So people that struggle with depression will oftentimes say that they feel guilty about something, and there is two different kinds of guilt actually. So there is healthy guilt and unhealthy guilt. You know, healthy guilt is when you know that you deliberately did something wrong to someone else, or you did something to whatever, and it was bad, right? Morally, ethically, legally, whatever the case is, you're obviously having a negative emotional reaction to it. And if you did wrong, then you should feel guilt. There's nothing wrong with that. In fact, that's actually healthy in a way to feel that emotion. So that way it helps you to acknowledge, your own wrongdoings. Where I think a lot of people get tripped up is they have an unhealthy guilt, which is something that, it's a negative emotion in which, we are blaming ourselves for things that were totally out of our control, that couldn't be helped, that not that we did anything wrong, but we think that we did something wrong. And how do you fight that? Well, you have to look at something totally objectively, almost as if you're looking on the outside looking in, take it from a different person's perspective, and a lot of times people will come to us and say, well, that wasn't your fault, or it couldn't have been helped. There was nothing you could do. And although we sometimes sit back and blame ourselves for whatever, if you have other people saying it wasn't your fault and there's nothing you could have done, sometimes maybe it's good to listen to your supports. If people have a different perspective, look at it objectively, look at it from their point of view, at least try to. And then you can make a better determination as to whether or not you're experiencing a form of healthy or unhealthy guilt. Hope that helped to clarify.